This is Kimberly Rice, and you are tuned into the Secret Sauce Marketing Tasting Show, the groundbreaking podcast for business bosses, professional women, and anyone who is hungry to learn how to create the career, business, and life of their dreams by charting their own course. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Secret Sauce Marketing Tastings. And in this episode, we're going to talk about the secret sauce. For anyone who's been on our website or been a part of our programs, you know it's something that really is a cornerstone of our programs and what makes us real different from others that are in the marketplace, because we have dissected and analyzed what exactly it takes to develop a prosperous service business. And what we've boiled it down to is one statement of specific words that pack a punch that outlines the steps that people need to take, business owners, lawyers, professional services providers, over time. There's no secret, there's no magic bullet. There's no one and done. There's no random acts of marketing. There's no spray and pray. What we know for sure is building a prosperous business requires, it's a path forward, but it requires the consistent, persistent, massive amounts of action over a prolonged period of time. And what this boils down to is that you have to have, for your specific business area of practice, etc., you must have specific action steps that are tailored specifically for your area of business to help you get in front of the right individuals who can retain you for your services and or refer you to those individuals who can, and must understand closely and intimately the profile of your perfect ideal client. And there may be more than one profile, because you, within the realm of your legal practice or your professional service, there may be more than one type of client, and we're going to talk more about that in a separate segment. But right now, I want to give you an overview of the secret sauce and why it really seems like it's a simple path forward, but there's two words specifically that we find that our clients are unfamiliar with as far as moving themselves forward, moving the needle on gearing up for attracting better clients, attracting more clients, expanding the work of the existing clients that they have. So here we go. I'm going to share this with you again. We know that the secret sauce to marketing success is the consistent, persistent, massive amounts of action over a prolonged period of time. So I did some research, and I'm going to share that with you in just a few minutes. But did you know that there's 168 hours in a week, 7 days, 24 hours a day, no more, no less. So every single day there are 24 hours. I believe there are 84,000 minutes. And I'm going to assume that you're sleeping 8 of those hours. But to master most goals, we know, like be it a tennis championship or building a multi-million-dollar business, it is dependent upon the amount of time we devote ourselves to taking high-impact, concrete steps that lead us to accomplish that skill and discipline. And we see that missing in our clients' businesses and practices, because they're so busy trying to figure out what to do or where to go or who to speak to or what to do with that lead, or they're clinging to the business that they have, that they're not taking a high-level view. but working alongside professional services providers for over 25 years, I'm still amazed at how little time they seem to think they need to devote to building a prosperous business, and by extension, how little time they're willing to allocate and carve out for engaging in purposeful, meaningful business development activities. This is not easy, folks. If you want it badly enough, you'll make it happen. But what we've seen over, I've been doing this for 2.5 decades, exclusively working with service professionals, which is why I crafted the secret sauce to marketing success and share it daily. So, once again, the consistent, persistent, massive amounts of action over a prolonged period of time. So let's break it down. Why consistent? Mr. Webster says consistent is marked by harmony, regularly or steady continuity, behaving in the same way. So that's just a textbook definition. With all of life's obligations and commitments, being consistent in building a prosperous client base requires considerable focus, organization, and commitment. Fits and starts of random marketing activities will not take you where you want to go, yet so many clients, professionals, endeavor to follow this path to success. It just makes me scratch my head and say, what don't they understand? Often, though, unfortunately and tragically, they find a dead end. So persistence, defined as continuing to do something even when it is difficult, not stopping or giving up. Again, as client work stacks up and billable hour requirements loom over your head, maintaining the persistent approach to business development proves to be challenging, though absolutely critical. There is little else more important than building momentum and buzz within your network to send referrals your way and develop that top of mind awareness in front of targeted prospect clients and referral sources. So consistent, persistent. Really, you cannot build a business without those two imperatives. This whole concept of, well, we're going to try this and see if it works, and we're going to try that and see if it works. When you hear people talk like that, they just don't understand that it's not, let's see what happens, because nothing's going to happen. Any prosperous, sustainable growth must be planned growth. So we talk about massive amounts of action. Many business owners are overwhelmed, understandably, from developing new business, servicing clients, running the operations end of the business, and actually doing the work associated with the business. So how in the world could there ever be enough time for this so-called massive amounts of action? Well, let me share. Before I launched KLA Marketing Associates in 2008, I worked in business for 23 years, primarily in the legal services world in law firms around the region. When I became a business owner in 2008, my professional life took a 180-degree turn in focus, responsibility, and the never-ending tasks of working in my business as well as on my business. Given the far-reaching range of imperatives as a business owner, I advise and guide clients of the same game book that I follow. So as a successful business owner, we know that we have two primary responsibilities. Number one, deliver extraordinary service to our clients, to move them along the buyer's journey to promoter. So we have a client, we service that client, we have regular communications with that client, we solicit feedback from that client. It's so many more times easier to enrich and nurture and deepen relationships with existing clients than it is to attract new clients, because you're starting the process all over again. And the second imperative and primary responsibility that we have as a successful business owner is being the face of our business. particularly if your name is on the business. But nevertheless, if it's your business in some shape or form, then you must be the face of your firm. And what that means is, there's no getting around the networking, the in-person networking, or the face-to-face coffee, lunch, dinner, tennis match, golf round, whatever it is. You must be in constant relationship building mode. All other tasks, however, technically may be delegated or outsourced to others with precise discipline expertise. And so that's one of the reasons that I say to our clients, working with us, which is a team of discipline experts with deep experience in the professional services space, primarily legal, if you allow us to do what we do best, then you will have the luxury of doing what you do best and what you went to law school to do, and that is to practice law. So be that as it may, there are 3 business development pillars to growing a successful business that professionals must engage in on a regular basis: relationship building tactics, reputation enhancing tactics, and contact management. I say these things over and again because they're just that important. One of the many upsides of working with outside seasoned advisors is how to incorporate each of these imperatives into an integrated marketing action plan, and learning how to most productively engage in the massive amounts of action to grow your business on an ongoing basis. So our last piece of this phrase, how long is a prolonged period of time? Once you're all clear on your unique value proposition, who exactly is your ideal client, where these individuals go professionally, and how to cultivate relationships with these individuals, you never, ever stop getting and staying connected, taking strategic steps to be seen and get known, and most of all, converting your qualified leads to paying clients. Professionals and lawyers really struggle with this. So busy already, the last thing they think that they need to do is one more thing on their list, on their to-do list. So understandably, many business owners do not realize the powerful commitment and timetable growing a prosperous business requires. There are no shortcuts, no magic bullets, no one-hit wonders. Instead, by implementing and evoking the proven secret sauce on a consistent, persistent basis, you can be uplifted that attracting clients becomes more predictable and attainable. I promise. So I wanted to share that with you, and I hope that that seeps in. I hope you sit with that for a while. Please feel free to reach out to me, Kimberly at klamarketing.net. Check out our website, klamarketing.com. We have a great blog, downloads, free downloads, all kinds of resources on the website. Hit me up on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. And we look forward to happy marketing.